Now on to the New York City mayoral race. There are 9 likely and declared candidates in the running. One of them is grocery store and business magnate John Catsimatidis. He is the son of immigrant parents and a firm believer in giving back to the community. He serves on several boards and organizations across the city and feels that he has the right qualities needed to be mayor of the Big Apple. Mr. Catsimatidis joins us now to talk about his campaign and the issues that are important to him. Welcome, candidate Catsimatidis.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I saw an article in one of the newspapers where you were in the street and you said Gotham had its Batman and now the city will have its Catman.
That is a great one. One of my friends had come up with it as a joke, and I think Saturday Night Live was thinking of doing it.
Well, that would give you an edge on a little name recognition, which we should discuss. There are people out there, many in the city know Joe Lota. They know Christine Quinn, but they're going to say John who?
Yeah.
How do you get around that?
Well, you know, it's professional politicians. They've been in the newspapers for the last 10 years. So they've been running and doing things for 10 years. And I've started running 90 days ago, so I have a little bit of catch-up. So we're doing radio commercials. We're going to start television next month. We're doing print ads and mailers, and it's catch-up time. Let people know who I am, and then we're also going to talk about the issues and tell people how I feel about things.
Let's talk about the issues. What are close to your heart?
Education. Education, we're failing. New York City kids are getting the bad end. We have a 40% dropout rate in high schools, which is not acceptable. And you saw what happened with City College.
I know someone sitting right here who dropped out of college.
I dropped out of college, just like Steve Jobs.
So.
Well, if you read the New York Times a few weeks ago, City College says of those 60% that graduated, 81% of them couldn't read, write, or do arithmetic at college standards before they entered. I mean, that's a sin. We are failing our children, and we have to fix our children. The next big point is safety. Ray Kelly has done a great job. I commit to continuing Ray Kelly's position or even higher. We can't do without Ray Kelly. He's done a great job protecting our citizens.
Now that you've brought up Ray Kelly, how do you weigh in on the Inspector General issue?
Well, I think the Inspector General issue is wrong for the police department. They have the Civilian Review Board already. We have 5 DAs. Now,
so you're against it?
I'm against it. I think, though, I mean, the city council, who's watching over them? And, you know, it's the pot calling the kettle black. And there's $400 million of taxpayer monies that are delved out to all these members. They can spend almost any way they want. And the horrible thing about it is that if one of the city council people doesn't do what the speaker wants, you know what happens? They get cut with no, you know, with no checks and balances at all, and nobody objects to it.
Let's talk a little bit about the MTA. Christine Quinn wants greater leverage, as says the mayor should have greater leverage in appointing the head of the MTA and the transit. How do you feel about that?
I think the MTA should be, if it belongs to the city, the MTA should be run by the mayor of the city of New York. If he's responsible and voted in by the citizens, then he should be responsible for the Board of Education. He should be responsible for the MTA, because like in any business, somebody has to be boss. Somebody has to be the leader that gets the job done, and somebody has to be responsible.
What do you think the endorsement of former Governor Pataki does for you? Because former Mayor Rudolph Giuliani is out campaigning and supporting for Joe Lota. So we have 2 big GOP politicos in this state, you know, behind 2 different candidates.
Don't forget, I have a lot of respect, and I thank Governor Pataki for endorsing me. I think he was a great governor for 12 years. He was a moderate. And that's what New York City wants, is a person that's honesty and integrity and a straight arrow. That's me. You know?
Joe Lota had some criticism for you, your opponent. He said he was very critical of your giving to party organizations over the years, in so many words, accuse you of trying to buy your way into office. And your
nonsense. Pure nonsense. Is it legal? Am I following the law? Yes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send Joe Loder a box of Kleenex. I mean, let him, worry over that. I'm giving a lot less money than Bloomberg gave it, but we need the counties to work in the counties to get a victory in November, and somebody has to fund them if they can't raise the money.
All right, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm sure we will talk long and hard before this campaign is over.
Well, thank you for having me anytime. We're in the neighborhood.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.